But fellas, like I was just mentioning, I wanted to talk to you guys about, a little scheme, a little way for you guys to invest a little bit of money, get back a whole lot of money. So I know you guys, smart, intellectual black men out here, trying to build wealth in the community. What do you guys know about Ujamaa? Have you ever heard of it? Umaja. No. Umaja. I don't even know the fuck of the, bruh. I don't know. It's this new thing that's going around. I would like to tell you guys about it, get you on. Actually, fuck all that bullshit. I'm warning y'all. Fuck this. So,
hey, you got me hooked for a second, man. I was trying to make some money.
Listen, I'm gonna break it down for you, and you tell me if you're still interested, because it's the best scams are those that are like hiding in plain sight. The ones where like you can clearly see all the moving pieces, but you still are like, yeah, I can beat this scam. I could Rochambeau this. I got you. I see what's happening here. But basically, now this has been a fear of mine, not forever, but like, all right, so economy crashes, right? Shit is going crazy with coronavirus, and I start peeping those people who might be, vulnerable to such scams, losing a lot of money, looking for ways to come up, make rent, right? So I'm already
I
like,
caught
my
the
ears
scratch off yesterday for the first time ever.
Oh, really?
$3. I'm one of those people.
You lost $3?
I lost $3. I actually won $2 on one of them, but I didn't cash in. I was too lazy.
See. So you doubly lost, dog. They're hoping for niggas like you, like, yo, it's not even worth me driving back to the store for this $2. What the fuck?
Just throw it away.
That's like the McDonald's scam, yeah. Yeah, that's the exact same shit as that
I'm one of those people, Herschel, man. I'm ready to get taken advantage of in this economy. What's good, man?
All right, but basically, and this has happened to us before. We went to a house party one time. It was a kickback. It wasn't a whole entire ass house party. It was in somebody's house, and this chick starts breaking down this multi-level modeling scheme, multi-level marketing, excuse me.
This nigga Herschel too
to
smart,
tell us
bruh.
about.
Out here talking about multi-level modeling.
My bad, bro. I've been doing like programming today. I wrote this beautiful ass code.
Okay.
# freelance. If anybody needs some statistical analyses done, I'll send you a quote. What's hood? Send me that data set.
You heard that here
popping.
first.
You heard it here first.
Let's go.
My prices are competitive, and I do great work. But it's not about me making money right now. I'm trying to save y'all some fucking money. So basically, there's this scheme going around, and the issue is they go by a lot of different names, but basically, they all look the same, right? It's put in some money and then recruit a couple people, and then you'll get on and you'll get your money back and then some. And that's the basic scheme to all of these fucking shits, right? Whether it's World Venture, where they're like, yo, you could travel and go to these nice, eccentric ass places, and, you'll take a picture with a sign, and it'll be awesome. But then you got to sign up a couple people, or else, we hitting you with $600 charge, what's hood. But you did get that great, first vacation that was awesome. So, yeah, you should buy in. I'm sure you guys have heard of them, anytime where you got to buy makeup and then sell that shit back, or, all kinds of stupid shit like that. This new one, super duper fucking simple, right? All you got to do, you put in $100. So you get yourself on the board, right? Now, this is some avatar shit that they're spitting at people, right? It's 4 different elements. It's fire, earth, air, and water, right? Okay. So each time somebody puts in, you get paid out basically when you're on water. You get watered like a flower. Like, that's the idea. They don't say pyramid. They make the shit, they make their diagrams. They use nice little fancy terminology. People to throw the words out there to distract you. Like, oh yeah, water. Okay. Huh. Oh, I'm in fire, so I have to pay. I hate to say it. Religion also does some shit like this, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about this pyramid scheme, right? Oh, you put in here or there, you'll get whatever back tenfold. Fuck out of here. But this system, like with all good scams, the shit works to an extent, right? As long as you can get new people to come in, or people who have gone through to the top buy in or rebuy in. But basically, it starts out, right? 8 people, everybody stay with me. I'm going to build the levels, okay? 8 people start at fire, right? 8 people put $100 in to whatever the person is at the top. They get paid, right? Presumably that person has already gone through this cycle, and like, you're jumping in already into it, right? It's already going. That person who's at water, who's getting paid, has already been through earth, wind and fire. Not, I'm sorry, but
Are you about to tell me that there's no actual product?
No, there's no fucking product. The product is you and the money. But the idea behind it is, this is a thing. Bro, listen, this is how they sell it to you. Oh man, we should keep wealth in the Black community. This is a gifting thing. Other communities have been doing it for ages. There's an hour-long fucking video of this shit. Scam. Bruh, premiums is so good because it actually works. Like if you're in it long enough and people get recruited and come on, you'll get paid. Like it happens. So there's $100 one, there's a $500 one, and now so many people have been jumping on board with this shit that like people are creating their own. They're like, yo, fuck this admin shit, this flower shit. I'm gonna create my own shit called Black Waterfall. I just heard about that one literally today. People adding people to groups and shit. Shit is crazy out here. So if y'all are interested and have $100 and would like to make $800, basically, you start at fire. Eight people put in $100 and it goes to the one person and they move out. They're done. It ends. They can reinvest if they would like to jump back in at fire with $100. Now you put your $100 in and you have to wait for the board to fill up and then it splits, right? So at that next level is Earth. So it splits into two. 4 of the 8 go into Earth. The other 4 go into a different board of Earth or whatever. But on that new board is two people above the 4 people who are in air. They still haven't got paid yet. They're just chilling. They're waiting for more people to join in. The only way these schemes work, of course, is for more people to join in. That's the whole beauty of it. As long as people join, as long as the cycle rolls, it fucking works, right? Eventually, over time, you will get to the water position. Your flower will be watered. You send them your cash app. They set it up through fucking Telegram, and you're good to go. You get your money, allegedly. It's not even allegedly. People are getting paid. But that's it.
So is this the way to redistribute money?
Yes. That's exactly what it is. You're not really making any money. Yeah. Yes, reallocation of funds. And you are absolutely right. There is no product. They're using an app called Telegram. They're not using TikTok, which is out here collecting niggas' data and sending it to China. Shout out to the life expert, or who was it that said we shouldn't trust China? Was it you, Ehi?
It was me.
Yes, the instigator. Thank you very much for warning us all about that. You heard it here first. Yeah.
I actually heard it here first, actually, on the podcast when we did the one about science.
I don't even know if it's against your mans, but you heard about all these Chinese scientists being like kicked out of the U.S. because they think they're out here stealing data and taking it back to China. Yo,
they're definitely stealing
China. Get your mans, China.
China is the one who told them to do it, man. Chinese government was like, yo, steal them secrets, bro.
Bring it back, man. We'll make you a PI back here, man. We'll start you a clean lab.
Yeah, I'm saying, another scam, like the shit works until it doesn't. Listen, if y'all trying to get in, if y'all trying to get down, put $500 in and make $4,000 was hood. We can pop this off. We got friends. We got money. And also, the ideas behind this shit.
Is this
hey man, listen,
you're not losing $500. You're investing, so you're
investing. Yes,
$800. Or
you got to go through the fire. We out here Avatar: Last Airbender in this bitch. You gotta master all the elements before you get faith. Listen,
I'd rather just buy like some put options on the market or something. I don't know.
It doesn't come to you that fast.
Who gives a fuck about put options?
Yeah, fuck out of here, bro. We're not investing in the white man stock market. What do you think this is? I
mean, they keep giving me money.
Do you want to invest in the Chinese stock market too? Huh? They have a Tesla competitor. Their electric car has been going off. Yeah, I would say.
I'm actually considering it. I'm trying to buy some Chinese bonds, man.
Yeah, get in and get out while you can.
3%. The U.S. bond 10 years like 1%, less than 1%.
Yeah, but fuck that 3% because I'm trying to I don't know what. 800%. Yeah. I'm trying to hit you with 800%. That 100, 8 times over, that's not 800%, but whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't know the math.
I'll hit that.
I mean, it's a matter of time. It's not
about
a
how much effort
thing.
and energy you put into it.
People got to buy into this.
On recruiting stooges.
More people will buy into schemes like that. Yo, listen, Amway is still going on. Herbalife, all them shits, they still happen.
Yo, Herbalife is in a scheme.
Whoa.
Herbalife is on the goddamn stock market, bro. And they keep surviving. They've been contested by the U.S. government. They've been sued and they've handled these things in court, and they haven't been brought down.
So you're telling me that just because something beat the charge doesn't mean they didn't do it. OJ is good, right? He got off. Scientology is legit. Scientology is legit. That's what you're telling me? All these scams? Just because, the U.S. court of law system, they were able to play and jump through the loopholes. They're good.
Look, we're a nation of laws.
I mean, even people who've been convicted don't even have to go to jail. You got Roger Stone walking, they about to let Michael Flynn off. Who cares, man? But even if you are guilty, does it
That's
even
what I'm
matter?
saying. So get in on the scam. Let's go. Run that by $100. Yo, just cash at me. I'll put your name in. Yo, we good. What's up?
I know, right? It's so easy to do the ski nowadays, bro. Just cash out. Hit me on the cash out. That's how you get started with your own personal business.
Yo, and you call it a gift, man, and that's it. It's not taxable. None of that.
Speaking of scams, I got somebody broke into my PayPal and bought themselves $70 worth of DoorDash coupons. Hold up. Then I was I told PayPal, I was like, yo, this shit wasn't me. And then they were like, we have no evidence of unauthorized access, and they try to make me pay for it.
Hold up. Were you keeping cash in your Cash App though?
No. It was my credit card. My Amex is on there, which I usually don't do. But for some reason, last month, I had to use PayPal. And then I was like, sure, why not? They're not going to hack PayPal.
Whoa.
Fucking up, man. Fucking up. And literally less than a month later, man, somebody's over here buying DoorDash coupons.
Got him. So good. Got him.
A waste of time, man. I would have got an Xbox.
The receipt they mailed me was sent to a guy named FUU. I was like, fuck this guy.
Yep.
Fuck PayPal, man.
Yo.
Listen, man, my scheme is much more secure. You don't even got to meet with nobody. It's all done virtually. You never even actually have no contact with anybody. They have in the fucking hour-long video, we are not a business. We have no liability. So this shit's legit. So you can trust sending somebody your money and you will eventually get paid. So, do y'all have any questions, comments, concerns? What's poppin'?
Look, man, I'm trying to invest.
This is not an investment, Tunde.
It's not.
See, you don't call it an investment because you're attached to your the white man's investments.
What? Dude,
that's right. See? What banks you bank with? You probably with Wells Fargo still making fake accounts for people. Mm-hmm.
That's Tunde.
Mm-hmm. Bank of America. Who's America? Not my America. Not Black America.
Well, that's true. I am with Bank of America.
Yo, I'm gonna be real. I also do not support black banks. I'm sorry, black banks, but there have been some concerns, some issues. I'm gonna need y'all to be a little bit more insured. Shit does happen. I keep my money.
You sound like you're speaking from personal experience, Herschel.
Yeah, what happened?
Wells Fargo got me a couple times before that whole big shit where they, I think we talked about it on the podcast. You might have heard it here first. Where they were making fake accounts, creating shit. My car loan was with Wells Fargo. And they stayed trying to tack on $800 here and just hoped I wouldn't look at the statement and notice, whoa, these numbers are different. I know I've been paying this shit down. Ain't no fucking way you're about to charge me for some old bullshit. I had to call up multiple times, be like, yo, hold up. I need y'all to take this off. And eventually I was like, it's a wrap. I'm leaving. And then the whole big news of them basically creating hella fraudulent accounts. And now I actually did a focus group for Wells Fargo where they were trying to rehabilitate their image and shit. And now they're saying reestablished in 2018, even though, they're an old ass company or whatever, but they've lost the public trust. So, hey, but my scam, it hasn't lost any public trust. All my niggas eating.
I know, because that shit brand new as fuck. I didn't even find it on the internet. I just did internet search. I didn't even find it yet.
No, you didn't. You goddamn right.
If you didn't tell me about it, somebody emailed me. I would have got what?
That's facts. Yeah.
Earth. Oh yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire? What? Yeah.
Let's go.
Bro, it's as legit as some shit like this can be. And then they'd be like, oh man, doctors and lawyers and smart people getting on it. Oh yeah, that's all I need to hear. Because there's hella dumb people out here don't know doctors and lawyers and shit like us. So of course I'm gonna listen to them. They got money to lose, but I'm trying to come up on this $800. Hey.
Yo, speaking of that, ever since going to Emory, man, I have an excessive amount of doctor friends, man. It's like
me too. It's lovely.
I mean, lovely.
Appreciate y'all niggas, man.
It's just like, yo, I could hand some out, man. If anybody needs some doctor friends, I got y'all, man. Just,
referrals
around on the street.
Prescription pads out here.
Need some doctor friends? I got you. Need some doctor friends? I got you.
Hey,
but
man.
yo, on a serious note, though, man, I brought this up a while ago. Random podcast. It's probably not even published, but like, yo, we live in a nation of scams, and the pandemic probably brought on a whole bunch of new ones. But yo, man, you could get scammed. You could get scammed easy in this country, man. I think it's a byproduct of hyper excessive capitalism. Yep. But yeah, man. I mean,
everybody's trying to make it come up, and it's so hard to make ends meet for a lot of people. So any handout they see coming, man, they ready to take that.
Listen, which who among us hasn't seen some shit on eBay or some shit like that and thought that was that new fire polo shit, and then they got us with some fake shit coming from China? It'd be like that sometimes. I got this fire fucking jacket. I couldn't fit the shit. It was a medium. That shit was extra super duper small. I had to give it to somebody else, man. I had to give the shit away. I couldn't even sell it. That's how small it was. I was like, you know what, man? I can't even really fit this for real. The shit was fresh as fuck, though. It was green and white. It was like one of those yacht, sailing jackets. I don't know if they're jackets. I don't know what the fuck. But like it had some country name on the back and shit. It was, oh my God, it was so fucking fresh. But couldn't wear it. Nothing I could do.
Was it actually polo?
Who the fuck knows? I mean, I hope so. I hope so. It looked legit. It looked super legit, and I think it was just like, I think it was real and just mislabeled and super small, and did come from China. I'm gonna be real.
It took
what happens? A minute to get here.
You know what happens is a lot of these things that are made in China, the people who work at the factory pretty much figure out all the the components of whatever it is they're making. They just buy them, and then they have like a side shop where they just make the same thing and sell that on the internet. And that's like their whole business. There's this guy, I was watching this documentary about these fake J's and fake, whatever, Adidas,
Supreme,
all these shoes.
All that shit.
The guy has friends, like he literally has a shop like down the street from where they make a lot of these Nike and Adidas shoes. And then he just gets all of the same stuff that they get. And then he just makes the shoes and sells them on eBay. And he's making like thousands a day.
I mean, it's real. That's real. As far as I'm concerned.
Exactly. Because you can't tell the difference really, because it's literally the same thing.
Like all like the patches and everything they get.
Yeah, he's getting the same. He's getting the like same materials.
Wow. I mean,
that's
so it's not even really a scam, right?
For like majority of it. I mean, I'm sure maybe he can't get like some of if they have some special rubber or like some technology shit that they have.
I mean, they're probably robbing the shit from the factory.
They probably are doing that too. Yeah. So you might be getting the real deal by, somebody's homemade factory.
Yeah. Yo, all right. Before we go into our official topic, yo, I got a bone to pick with you, Herschel.
All right, let's get it. What did I do?
You didn't do anything. Well, I guess you did do something maybe. But officially today, there was a report released about how the CDC is just a toxic place ridden with racism, just dripping with racism. Actually, I didn't read the report, but the internet has
Yo, part of the problem. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. But it's been reported as a toxic culture of racial aggressions. Herschel, get out.
I'm gonna speak on this. I'm gonna speak on this shit right now. First and foremost, it ain't no different from any other fucking company here in America. This is America.
Man, I don't know,
run
bro.
into that shit literally everywhere.
Work in a culture of toxic racial aggression.
I
am
don't,
also a PhD student, but
yeah, fuck out of here. You don't work nowhere. Unemployed.
I work for the university.
You're a student. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. In academia
is a different place.
Where there's no racism in academia. That's what you're telling me?
Oh.
That's what we're trying to say right now? Okay.
No, I'm not saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, anyway, go on, Herschel.
All right, so check it out. So first things first, I will say, yo, the shit is crazy, man. They have actually, even prior to this report or whatever going out, they've been beefing up the race talk conversations. I don't know if it sparked this particular article. Like, I've already been, there's listservs and groups and shit like, Black CDC and, Black leaders in public health. I mean, all kinds of fucking groups. We're doing what we can to right the ship. A lot of these health disparities, disproportionately impact minorities. So we are trying to do something, but at the same time, if leadership all looks white, they're going to hire people who they are most comfortable with, not necessarily always the most qualified, whatever. Because again, we don't want, you just inserting black people. We want qualified people up in here, but it happens at literally every executive scale in America, and not even just America, in the world, where there's a lack of diversity. People have to be told, like, yo, and there are statistical analyses that identify that when you have diversity on your teams, you do better. You have more, diverse ideas and are able to grow and develop as a business, as an agency. However, just your decision making is better when you have more differences in the room, discussing solutions.
There's data out there that shows that those companies that are more diverse actually make more money. They're more profitable.
Facts. Yeah. Thank you. On top of that, so today, guys, there was and I mean, this was already scheduled before the article hit today, but literally like 5 people sent me that shit. Like, bruh, what the fuck is you doing?
I was waiting for the podcast to send it to you, bro, because I was about to blow your phone up, bro.
Herschel's the one perpetuating the racism. Yes. He's like, no, fuck niggas.
Yo, write them off. All right, on some real shit, I do try, like when I see job postings and shit, I put that shit in the black group chats, the public health group chats. I try to put my niggas on where I can. I'm not in a power position, but I also know, even to get where I was, I reached out to a black dude who was a chief director, something or other. And he brought me in to interview, not even for a job, just to meet people and be like, yo, all right, you're on the radar. And then soon after that, I was able to secure a job on a different team. But those connections are hella important. Like, indeed. Damn near anything else. It's difficult to just get your foot in the door in the first place. So I have been trying to reach back. People will send me emails like, yo, so I've been having trouble getting into the GS space, which is the government system, pay scale or whatever. And I'll try to give advice, because even I struggle with it sometimes. I got my foot in the door a bit, but once I'm going back to school too, a nigga needs a job too. But today we had a meeting. Hold on, I'm gonna find the name of this fucking. Okay. Racism in the Workplace was the name of the meeting. 1 p.m. today. Was it on Zoom?
Full organization, like full CDC wide?
No, they have. So the director has come on and talked and stuff, but it's too many people for them to just let everybody just come out here and voice their opinions and stuff. This thing, I will tell you, I was actually pissed when I tried to join the fucking Zoom link. I got hit with 1,000 person limit. Can't get in. Try again later. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? What kind of shit? Only 1,000 people can sit here and talk about this in this whole entire government agency on the planet. But in America, 1,000 people, that's literally nothing. It's probably 1,000 people at, the old workplace where we used to actually drive in and park and go to work and shit. So that was actually fascinating for me to see that shit. But they were supposed to be talking about everything over the past 50 years since the civil rights movement and shit, how shit has changed, how a lot of shit has not changed, black voices being able to speak. And I do happen, being in Atlanta, I am, fortunate that there are a lot of black people that are a part of my workplace. But I've still experienced that shit. I've still had been delivering a report to a doctor or some person, and they were surprised. This lady actually hit me with a fucking vocabulary word. She was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe how punctilious you are." And my dumbass had to look up what punctilious means, which, for our listeners, it means attention to detail. You're able to you pay close attention to detail, and then when you're doing a report or something like that, they're like, oh yeah. And later, literally after I looked it up, I was like, yo, was that a slight? Did you expect me not to include all the details in this statistical report right here? And give you the breakdown? What kind of shit was that? This lady was a little bit older than me, white lady. I'm not saying she's racist, but it definitely made me feel some type of way. I kind of feel bad that I didn't address it with her right then, because I could have. And it would have made her uncomfortable, but those are conversations we definitely should have. There have been, as I mentioned, at least in my agency, because the shit's broken up, or center, CDC is broken up into a bunch of different centers. It's centers, plural, for disease control and prevention. Mine is Center for Injury Prevention. And I know that, like I said, we're doing probably a bit more because there are a lot of black voices in the room where I sit, where I see. But yeah, it's a problem everywhere. This is not surprising. I had one of my boys who works for Morgan Stanley recently send me a a fucking article of this lady who had got fired for even, on an executive level for even suggesting like, yo, y'all need to hire some more black people in here. And they didn't. And they fired her. And then she had a lawsuit. She won the fucking lawsuit. And this was like 10 or so years ago. She'd been fighting the lawsuit, recently won. But it was just like, I'm not surprised in the slightest by this. This is America. Like, wait. We should be better. We should definitely be better. But like articles like that, what do we expect? I guess it's good that we're talking about it. We're getting it in the forefront. We're being heard. But on multiple, jobs, I worked for Georgia Pacific. I worked for another large food production company in R&D where, the black people were on the lower rungs and all the white people were in the executive offices. And that's all you saw. And that's all they hired because that's who they were comfortable with. Every once in a while, they hire a black guy, to hit a diversity quota or whatever. But it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know if that's happening at CDC. I would hope they're getting the most qualified candidates. When I had my interview, the administrator who like came and got me from the front and shit like that walked me through. He's not directly on my team. Most of my team, maybe 4 or 5 people on my team, I guess, are black. But the leadership is white people. But they didn't, even walking out, I asked the black dude who was walking me in and out, like, yo, what did you think? Like, what do you think working here as a black man? Like, what's going on? He was like, yo, I think they're trying to hit a quota. I think they're trying to hire more black males because they don't have any. They're trying to be a little better. So, and they brought me on. So I can't, say they didn't. But also, there's a long way to go. Like, it's not, my voice is never silenced in where I'm at. And I'm a nigga that speaks.
Yo, see. Well, first of all, thanks for breaking it down, Herschel, man. I wasn't trying to call you out or nothing. I'm just busting your balls.
No, that's cool. I'm here for it.
Is it? Am I still allowed to say that? Busting your balls?
No, that's sexist, man. Women don't have balls.
Everybody doesn't have balls. Yeah, that's not fair.
All right,
you can't be able to bust women's balls.
I was just
gonna bust their tits.
What are you gonna do? Bust boobs?
Their ovaries?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I like that. Bust ovaries. Yeah, that's a good one. We got to start that. Yeah.
Well, anyway,
we're sex positive out here, man. Everybody
can get it.
On,
everybody can get it.
RTBTH. Let's go.
Hashtag feminism, man.
No. But see, the thing is that, look, I just, first of all, I just have to say that the media is just so toxic and pervasive. Like I cannot trust anything. I have to put everything through a lens. But the thing is that in the document, I have the document open right now. They said that the CDC is a place that is a pervasive and toxic culture of racial aggressions, bullying, and marginalization. Herschel, is that what you see? That's what I want to know. Is that what you see? Is that what's happening with you?
No, but I could describe that about damn near any workplace I've ever been with a corporate structure. You could make an argument, except for essentially black-owned businesses, I guess. But like, that's too vague. That's looking to grab headlines. I actually didn't like this article. I read it. I looked through it. I was like, yeah. And also with the inside track, like, I've seen that these conversations have been started. Yes, it's too little, too late. Like, we should have been talking about this shit. But hey, man, it's not different. It's not any different. I'm glad, I guess, it's being brought up, but like, that it don't mean shit, man.
So I got a point that, I just was thinking about this a little while ago when you're saying, the people, you hope that the people that they're bringing in, like if they're trying to hit these quotas, blah, 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 the people that they're bringing in, you're hoping that they're qualified. I'm starting to think that that's a myth, because when I see what happens in terms of how people were hiring before, in terms of these executive structures and how they pick the next guy who comes up, generally what happens is they pick the guy they know. So think about it like this. If you're some kind of, research organization, you make pharmaceuticals, whatever, you need a new, chief medical officer or whatever, right? Typically what they're going to do is the executive board is going to be like, oh, I remember this guy I went to business school with. He's a doctor. He's pretty smart. Let's call him up and see what he's up to. He was pretty cool. And let's see about that. And that's literally how they find their next person, right? They usually just go back straight to the people that they already knew, right? So if you come up from that same old school system where there was no black people, at the, the Ivy Leagues or wherever the schools are that you went, there were none of them in your frat. You didn't talk to the black people that were in your classes. You aren't going to know any cool black people that you would want to bring in there because your buddies are going to be all white. And so they may not even be the most qualified person for the job. Chances are they probably are not, right? Because you're just picking the guy who you happen to know. And I mean that, there's positives and negatives for that, right? Because, you don't want to spend too much time looking for people, but also, you're more used to them. They understand your system, and it might be more, efficient for them to meld into your whatever your workplace system is. So there is that, but I feel like in terms of just like raw qualifications, I'm starting to think it's a myth, because when they have to go and recruit these people, they're looking through resumes, they're like calling up references. There's all these things that they do when they're trying to recruit, broadly, and actually look and, decipher who is the best candidate. They're actually looking critically at the person's credentials, rather than in the past, they would just be like, oh, let me just get my buddy and bring him up in here. Because I've seen that happen many times, even in recent times. I mean, I'm not saying that, that's a racist thing to do, but I mean, that's typically how a lot of these upper level executive positions are kind of filled.
Right. I mean, that's pretty much what is the situation with the whole Trump administration. I'm sorry I had to go that way, but the thing that I think gets lost also is that then like 10 years, 5 years down the line, there's some sort of scandal that's supposed to have been rooted out, right? And I mean, all of Trump's appointees are getting scandaled out of their positions. But I'm sure it happens a lot too. Somebody's the top position. Next thing you know, he embezzled like $600K at his old company, some shit, random shit, or he, did some shit in Vegas and some strippers and cops. And next thing you know, it got,
or he runs for governor of Florida and then gets caught with a prostitute. And man,
so that sort of, like evaluation of the background maybe gets overlooked sometimes too when you have this cronyism.
Yeah. I mean, you're both right. And I'm trying to not only speak on my own experience, but, reflect on the grander scale. But I mean, it is what it is. It's a cultural thing that we as human beings are always, whether it's black people or white people or whoever, going to be more comfortable with people who are similar to us. Your Yale example, I would hope that they would also look into black people that they went to school with at Yale or whatever Ivy League. But we already know that there are going to be fewer people, black people of color, that they will know there. And then, your pool automatically gets watered down from there. And eventually it gets so watered down that it ends up being, your whole executive board or your, board of directors or whatever are all white, middle-aged white men. But
yep, that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
And I'm not even a proponent of like coming out here and just being like, all right, well, we need to remove you from your, like, you five people from your high level paying jobs and give them to black people. Like, I don't know that that's the solution to this either. Maybe expand the board. I like that idea, but I mean,
well,
I don't know. It's tough.
I just, think that
I think it's just going to take time. That's really what it is. Sorry, Tunde, I keep cutting you off.
And I feel you, but like, we've been waiting. I think the argument always comes down to like, we've been waiting 400 years, da 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 da. Like, and not that, these entities have been around 400 years, but like, how long is enough time to wait before, you see it? And I personally hate it when I see it. It's a love-hate relationship. Anytime somebody's like, oh, the first black person to do some shit, I'm like, it's 2020. What the fuck? How is it the first time a black person is graduating from Princeton? Why am I seeing that just now? Or not graduating, but valedictorian from Princeton or whatever the fuck it is. I'm always like, first off, I want to be dope, not just for, I don't want to be minimized to my skin color because I made it because I fucking made it. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here with all that other shit.
I mean, but making it as a black person is like always a pretty...
It diminishes the importance of the accomplishment, because people are automatically going to think not the positive, but they're like, oh wow, a black person finally made it. Like, he must be extremely smart. Like, fuck that. As if other black people aren't smart, it's like he has to overcome his blackness to succeed, which is just a very toxic thought process.
Resolve and just like work ethic and outstanding nature of the feat, that a whole bunch of other black people tried. They put their best foot forward. Probably he did it. You know,
but see, that's another situation that we've always just run into of like where, you know,
or she
to be on not only just the same level. It's not just like, oh man, these black people have to be excellent. We have to be fucking phenomenal. And I got that quote actually from The Shy on Showtime. Some little girl who's at like a private school talking to this other black dude. And she's like, yo, we can't be out here flexing and just fucking around in front of these white people because we do represent a little bit more. We do have to be that much better. It sucks. It's a fucking burden. You know, I get tired of it. Hey, you're clearly not tired of it because you just out here putting the team on your back, not sweating at all. But like, I'm struggling. You know, I want to be a doctor. I'm trying to get that,
man. People trying. We grinding out here too, man. We grinding out here too.
I feel you're absolutely right, and people need to hear that part of it, not just like, oh, you made it because they let you through. Like you did. We are doing all of the work necessary to get there. We are not going to minimize you by being like, oh, he's a black MD PhD. Nah, he's an MD PhD.
Exactly.
Point blank. Period. He got hella letters after his name. Fuck all that other shit. I don't want no letters in front of my name. Except for doctor. Sorry.
Pretty soon, man. He'll be here soon.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say that I just want to drop a shout out, but this woman, Erica H. James, just started as the dean of the Wharton School at
oh yeah, I've seen that.
UPenn. And, you know, so I understand that a lot of progress needs to be made, but I think that's a major acquisition for them. I don't know much about her.
She came from Emory.
Yeah, that's
gang.
No, not gang. Why did she leave?
Oh, wait.
Man, because she got to go shine, man. She'll come back, bro.
Man, you can shine at Emory. Come on, Dina Goizueta. That's big time.
Man.
Shine wherever you need to shine.
Wharton is like number 1 and number 2 business school in the country. I mean, look, man, she can come back to Atlanta
with her leadership. We'd be skating on Wharton in a couple years.
Bro, she can come back. Let her do her.
We need the endowment.
All right. Well, no, I'm very proud of.
Let her do her
of that hiring.
She'll be straight, man. She'll make the difference. Don't worry. She'll be back in Atlanta.
Just come look out for the young niggas, man, at Emory. You know?
Yo, I'm loving what we've got going here, man. Tune, it's been like 3 or 4 podcasts now, and you've been, shouting out these beautiful black women doing excellent things. Like, I like this. This is RTBTH.
I'm
holding
just
it down.
Calling out, big time stuff. When AD graduated, I was big time. I had to call it out. So if you're doing big things, man,
we calling it out.
Get a shout out.
Let's go.
Definitely getting a shout out.
Okay. Are we ready for our main topic?
Yeah.
Let's fucking do it.